Hello children, in the last part of the video we have seen about electric circuit, dry cell, electric bulb, components of electric circuit. Yes, we have read that there are two types of electric circuit, that is complete or closed circuit and incomplete or open circuit. Isn't it children? So in this part of video we can see about electric switch. Okay, so electric switch can be commonly seen in houses, offices, etc. Isn't it children? We can see electric switches in our house, office, and wherever we'll go in the institutions also we can see electric switch. Yes, so these are, what is the use of electric switch? It is used to put on or put off lights and fans. Yes, so we are using electric switch to put on or off lights and fans. Electric switch, it is a device that opens or closes a circuit. So in the last part of the video we have seen that there is two types of electric circuit. One is closed circuit, which electricity can flow from one terminal to another, and next one is incomplete or open circuit, in which the port of the electricity is broken at some point so that electricity cannot flow in such a circuit. Yes, so electric switch is a device that opens or closes a circuit. So when the switch is on, we can say that circuit is closed. When switch off, the wires get disconnected and we can say that circuit is open. Okay. How does electric switch work? When the switch is closed, it completes the circuit and electric current flows through the electric circuit. And when the switch is open, that is when switch is off, it breaks the path and electric current does not flow through it. Understood children? So when the switch is on, it will complete the electric circuit and allows the electric current to flow through the electric circuit. But when the switch is opened, it breaks the path and electric current does not flow through it. Now let's see about the structure of electric torch. So if you look inside a torch, you will see 2 or 3 cells placed. Yes. So have you ever seen an electric torch? If you open that and if you saw inside the electric torch, you can see 2 or 3 cells placed. The positive end of one touches the negative end of other cell. So these cells, that means these electric cells, are connected through switch to a small bulb. Okay, they are connected. Here you can see the slide switch. Okay, they are connected to the bulb through a switch. And there is a spring at the base of the torch. At the base of the torch, you can see the spring, and the negative terminal of the cell presses against it. Okay, so if we are seeing the base of the torch, you can see the spring which will presses the negative terminal of the cell. And when the switch is pushed on position, the circuit gets completed and the bulb starts glowing. Okay, and so already I told what is the use of switches. So when it is on, the circuit gets completed and electric current or the bulb starts to glow. When the switch is pushed off position, the circuit breaks and flow of current stops and the torch goes off. Now next we can see about conductors and insulators. So some substance can allow the electric current to pass through them. Okay, so materials that allow electric current to pass through them are called as conductors of electricity. Okay, so they will allow the current to pass through them. So they are called as what? Conductors of electricity. Example for conductors are copper and graphite. Okay, so here copper is the metal, graphite is the non-metal. They can conduct electricity. Some materials that do not allow the electric current to pass through them, they are called as insulators or they are called bad conductors. Example, plastic, wood and glass. Okay, so the material that allow electric current to pass through them are called as conductors of electricity, and the material that do not allow the electric current to pass through them are called as insulators or bad conductors. Example for insulators are plastic, wood and glass, because they do not allow the current to pass through them. So they are called as insulators or bad conductors of electricity. Example is plastic, wood and glass. Now, insulators protect us from electric shock. You know, insulators are the substance which will not allow the electric current to pass through. Isn't it, children? So, insulators will protect us from the electric shock. So, how it will be? First is electricians, they will wear rubber gloves. So rubber is an insulator which will not allow the electric current to pass through. So electricians, they will wear rubber gloves while working so as to protect from getting an electric shock. Then electric wires are covered with plastic. You know, the wire, if you are seeing, there will be a coating of plastic. So electric wires, why it is covered with plastic? Because plastic is the insulator which will not allow the electric current to pass through, so it can prevent the electric shock. Then handles of screwdrivers and testers are made up of plastic, rubber and S. So person who is testing the electric socket do not get an electric shock. So they will handle the screwdrivers and testers. Yes. So the handles of the screwdriver, as it is made up of plastic or rubber, it is an insulator. So the person who is testing the electric socket do not get an electric shock. Now, safety measures for handling electric gadgets. So electrical gadgets means electrical equipments. Okay, so how we can safely handle the electrical equipments? You should not touch electrical equipments or socket with wet hands. You can get an electric shock. So we should not touch electric equipments with wet hands. Okay, so if we are keeping your hands with water or wet hands, you will get an electric shock. Then do not touch electric wires with bare hands. So bare hand means without wearing gloves or rubber gloves or anything. You don't touch the electric wires. It will also leads to electric shock. Do not insert too many switches in one point. So in one plug point, we should not insert many switches. That also leads to the overloading of electric current, and which makes the circuit to break. And not only that, it will make the switches to burst. Then do not experiment with unfamiliar electrical gadgets. That means if you don't know to operate the electrical equipments, you should not do anything with that. You should not touch that. You should not handle that. So these are some of the safety measures which we can which we have to adopt in our daily life while handling electrical gadgets. Okay, because electricity is useful in many ways, but it is dangerous too. Yes, our body is a good conductor of electricity, and we can get an electric shock if an electric current passes through our body. Okay, so to prevent ourselves from getting an electric shock, we need to follow these preventive measures. Okay, children. So I hope that you understood about this topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you, children.